Climate change might appear a distant issue for many people. But even if we live in a city like Hong Kong, we should acknowledge the contributions we can make.
Cycling is fun! What a great view!
Cycling is healthy for you and good for the environment. It would be much better if there are more cycling tracks in Hong Kong.
It brings multiple benefits. Indeed, there are many daily activities that can have health co-benefits.
Health co-benefits are measures to tackle climate change. It refers to the positive health impact produced when adaptation and mitigation measures against climate change are introduced. Many carbon reduction behaviors produce health co-benefits. For example, walking, cycling, and cutting meat consumption.
Burger is my favorite, but the consumption of meat increases greenhouse gases production given its association with livestock breeding. Take cattle rearing as an example. Fossil fuels are used to produce cow feed being consumed in bulk. Enteric fermentation from ruminants also produces much methane. So cutting down meat consumption actually helps reduce greenhouse gas emission.
To understand more about the practice of environmental friendly behaviors of the public, the Chinese University of Hong Kong conducted a territory-wide large-scale telephone study in 2016. A total of 1,017 participants were included. Our study results indicated that a larger proportion of the older age groups practice carbon reduction behaviors. This is in contrast to the general conception that the younger generation adopts such environmental behaviors more readily. We also found that a larger proportion of female and married individuals practice carbon reduction behaviors. Our study also investigated the practice of environmental friendly behaviors bearing health benefits in the community. Using less packaging and shopping bags were the most common behavior, with 70% of interviewees reported to do it every day. Given this fulfills the goal of the government's environmental levy scheme on plastic shopping bags, we can still aim at cutting more plastic bags in our daily lives. Another green scheme implemented by the Water Supplies Department encourages people to shorten shower time to less than 5 minutes. Almost half of the survey respondents reported they had never practiced nor considered such. As for waste management, around 60% of the interviewees indicated they would separate household waste at least once per week. Different housing types found varying patterns for the practice of waste separation. The ratio was higher among those living in subsidized self-owned housing, including home ownership scheme and sandwich class housing scheme, accounting for around 70%. The ratio was around 60% for private housing, with the lowest for public housing, accounting for around 55%. This might reflect that residential facilities under the subsidized apartments came with a more comprehensive waste separation mechanism. Going vegetarian is another carbon reduction behavior with health co-benefits. Our study included that in the scope. It was found that only 3.5% of the interviewees were vegetarians. On the other hand, around half of the non-vegetarians had never thought of having at least one green meal per week. Preparing own eating utensils is a green behavior at individual level. However, such practice is not as common. As high as 70% of the respondents never considered bringing their own utensils.
Why is there no dish with meat for tonight?
It's good for your health going vegetarian sometimes. And green dishes taste good too.
This veggie pizza is yummy.
We should try having at least one vegetarian day every week. Remember to recycle waste and ensure you have cleaned the recyclable materials.
Sure. Teachers told us how to separate waste. And the school will be organizing a competition on recycling. Can I join?
Carbon reduction behaviors benefit both our environment and health. For our health and our earth, we should start taking action now.